Hello dear friends, I hope you're doing well. My name is Adi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are continuing the acrylic painting series that I have been working on. We have already done one, there are 3 more to go. Last time, a couple of videos ago, we did the Death Spirits painting and I'm quite happy with how that turned out. Definitely go check out that video if you missed it. I'll link it up in the corner for you, one of them. So today we are doing the Life Spirits, which are these little guys. They are very cute and there's a wide range of them, like they all have different like little flowers or plants on top of their head and they hide in the ground and they pretend to be flowers when they're actually these little fantasy creatures. So we are doing that today. Just like the last one, we will be doing the painting on a 35 by 40 centimeter wooden panel, and I also have the sketch of what it's going to look like all ready to go. I'll put that on screen right here. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into painting. And we are straight into the voiceover. So when I was originally making this video, I did intend for it to be like an actual sort of like vlog, but I just didn't end up doing any vlog bits where I like just talked to the camera for a bit and I just only painted. So this is going to be more like a regular video where I kind of just talk over me making art in the background. So yeah, and because of this painting, in this painting I really was forced to think about lighting and values. So that's what we're gonna talk about. Yeah, first thing, I am not a professional. Okay, I am just an artist who has a bit of experience, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. If you really want to learn more about values and lighting, I suggest once you're finished with this video, because I am going to talk about it, but after this video, definitely go watch a bunch more videos about values and lighting. I'm sure there's hundreds of them across the internet on YouTube. There's so many, and the more teachers you have, the more you're going to learn. You'll learn different experiences, different lessons, different teachings, etc. Okay, cool. But yeah, so this painting really made me think a lot about values and lighting, and I'm gonna say first up, the one surefire way to help fix this if you're having issues, like if your colors are kind of just blurring together because they're all the similar values, just take a photo of it and go into your camera roll or whatever device you use, whatever their camera gallery is, and put a black and white filter over it, because that really just puts everything in black and white so you can see where the value definition is lacking and where your kind of similar values are blurring together. So that's like, if you're going to take anything away from this video, definitely take that one because it really helps. But yeah. So one of the first things you have to do when you start approaching a painting is you need to decide where the light is coming from. It could be coming from the right, the top right corner, top left corner. It could be coming from a downwards angle. You need to decide where that source of light is coming from, because that will impact the whole painting. It will impact the shadows, where you put the values and color. It will affect the whole painting. So you need to decide that. It's like the first thing you need to decide. And when I started this painting, I decided the light was coming from the right, from the direction that the spirits were heading. So they're on a branch, so logically they would be walking away from the center of the tree where there would be more shadow. So I had to keep this in mind when doing the painting. But you know what I did? I forgot that. I completely forgot, and I made the entire background have the same sort of lighting. I didn't I just didn't keep in mind the direction of the lighting at all. but I did it on the branch for some reason, but not the background. I did it on the spirits and the branch, but I didn't do it in the background. And then I remembered it later. So you can actually see me in a couple of minutes go over the entire right side of the painting background with a pale yellow because I decided to redo it. And what I also did, I realized there's garden works going on outside. I don't know if you can hear that. But when I kind of took a break in the middle of this and I was like, something's wrong with this painting. I'm going to take a photo, and I did the black and white thing. And then I went onto Procreate and I made a bunch of thumbnails on how I would make the lighting in the background actually look. I'll put like a little photo of it on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I just grabbed like one of my painting brushes on Procreate and I just like did a bunch of quick thumbnails. And after that, that's when I painted over the right side of the painting. And I was much happier with it after I did that. Honestly, I don't think the end result, I think the Death Spirit painting is better than this one. I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. And yeah, you can see just now I'm doing that background, the pale yellow background. But yeah, and then there's the painting of the actual lighting. So what I like to do, which I kind of learned from art school, but mostly I just learned it from the internet, is to, in most cases, make the light values warmer and the darker values colder. Now, this is just in most cases. In some contexts, this rule wouldn't work very well. Like if you were working with colored lighting instead of just your general white light or warm yellow light from the sun, it might not work as well. But I find it's a good general rule of thumb. So for like the branch, for example, the base is like a reddish brown. So I made the shadows more purple and the highlights more yellow. Shadows are cooler, highlights are warmer, you see? So for the leaves, the base is like a middle sort of green and the shadows are more blue while the highlights are more yellow. So yeah, you kind of just use that. I always keep in mind that rule of thumb. I don't do it much when I'm digital painting because I'm lazy and I just use the blending modes like add and color dodge and multiply because I am lazy. But when you're like doing a general, when you're just doing like a physical painting with like acrylics or oils, watercolor, etc., this rule I find definitely helps me a lot. But yeah, I definitely think, in my artist experience, I think the art, is light an art principle or element? I can't remember. I can't remember which one it is, but it's definitely the one that I probably slept on the most throughout high school and maybe the start of uni. I kind of really started picking up about the middle of university. But light and lighting is so important. It can show form, it can show emotion, it can show the context and setting, and it's just, how do I say this eloquently? I don't know, I'm tired, okay? I've just done like a week straight of recording and filming a writing vlog, which is actually the next video for this, by the way, for this channel. It's the next video. I have like over 10 hours of footage that I have to edit. Anyway, I'm tired. That's what I'm saying. But lighting is so important. It's so powerful. If you get the lighting right, it can really bring the whole piece together. Like, I definitely slept on lighting the most, and I think I'll take my own advice, honestly. I'm gonna watch a bunch of like videos and tutorials on lighting in the next week or so, because I really think it could elevate my paintings, I reckon. Yeah. Yeah. And what the hardest thing was about this painting, I reckon, was making the spirits stand out from the background, because they're basically the same green. Like, they're literally the same green. So it was really hard to make them stand out from the background. And I am just thinking now, what I could have done was make the season autumn. and then make it the leaves orange and brown and stuff. That would have been way easier. Oh well. Yeah, making the spirits differentiate from the leaves was hard, and that's where I started thinking a lot about values and lighting, and that's where I used that black and white filter trick a lot as well. But yeah, I am quite happy with it. I do think that the Death Spirits painting was better than this one. I don't know, I just feel like I had such a clear idea of what the Death Spirits painting would look like in my head, so I had a bit of an advantage on that one. But if you do want to go see that painting and it getting made, definitely go check out that video. I've linked it in the corner, and I'll also link it in the description for you. But yeah, so the few things to take away from this video: use the black and white filter trick, very helpful, definitely use that one. And also use that general rule of thumb, not all the time, but generally rule of thumb, where the lighter values are warmer and the darker values are colder. I think those are just like the two main things to take away from this video. Yeah. And I do just want to say, before we start wrapping up this video for today, I also want to just let you guys know that I'm thinking of like branching out on my YouTube channel a bit. I really want to do just like more general fantasy art instead of all about The Adventures of Moss, which is my graphic novel series that I'm working on. If you didn't know, that's what these spirits are from. And all my content so far on this channel has been only about The Adventures of Moss, and I will still do that content because that's what this channel is for, to kind of document my experience making this into a thing. But I do kind of want to branch out a little bit into doing more fantasy, just general fantasy related art, because I think it's fun and I like it. And I want to make fantasy products for my Etsy and other things like that. So I will be doing videos like that soon. And you can also go check out my TikTok and Instagram, where I will also be posting videos there and content on there that's more about general fantasy stuff. So things like dragons, goblins, gnomes, fairies, all that good stuff. But yeah, definitely go check out that, and go follow me on those platforms. It's just Artie Gardner Studios, all one word. I'll put it on the screen for you. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And that's pretty much everything. And that's pretty much everything for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And I will see you all next time. Bye!